This is some of the worst debt I've ever seen in my life. You make so much money, you can't even survive.
I also have to pay the IRS because I owe taxes. I also have a grand piano, and a grand piano does not live in a studio apartment.
Get rid of it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I do give a shit. It's not going well, obviously, or I wouldn't be talking to you.
You are in so much debt.
I know. Hear yourself sing. Go
Beautiful
on.
voice.
I'm Lydia. I'm 40 years old. I live in Austin, and this is Financial Audit.
What do you do here in Austin for a living?
I'm an advanced practice nurse. I work in Jerry Psych.
Very cool. We've had quite a few nurses on the show. Love them. My mom's a nurse, so I'm a fan.
Oh, great, good. You can't be that bad.
Well, we'll see. But what do you make?
$132,000 before bonuses.
Damn. So this is why you thought you could get a nice car. Okay.
I mean, I had just gotten a bonus. I asked for a 6% raise last year.
And did they give it?
And they gave me a 15% raise.
Doesn't really make sense, but
and so
sure.
I at the time I was living in a house for 6 years. Everything was stable. And so I felt like it just fell in my lap, essentially.
So what about the bonus? What's coming in there? 'Cause, you know, it's always the people that make the most that somehow
get trapped
themselves the most. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's your bonus?
It's based on productivity. So I get a percentage of what I bill each month. I get like 30%. So it's based on how much work I do.
So the $8,053 that hit your account, was that including any bonuses?
No, that's every month.
When are the bonuses normally hit?
Every 6 months. So I'm
Gotcha.
due for my months January through June, I get in July, and July through December, I get in December.
And what did you get your last bonus?
It's usually around 5,000.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's still great.
Yeah.
In terms of your income already being huge, it doesn't move the needle in a like crazy direction, but it is still obviously a substantial
probably
amount.
With like, because my mom is an accountant, she's a CPA, she does my taxes, and so it's every year it's basically maybe like 142.
Gotcha.
Is what I make.
So because you bring in $8,000 a month, you decided you wanted 20% of it to go towards a car. Yeah.
At the time.
Well, your retirement isn't huge for 40.
No. At the time, so when I bought the car that I did, there was a reason. I was already looking into 3 different kinds of cars. I love Ford. We're a Ford family. I had a Ford Edge.
Why is there loyalty to a car brand for a family?
It's what we've always
Why don't we just get the car we can afford?
Yeah, but at that time, Ford was affordable. I mean, Ford is not affordable now. And for the customer service that it was, I was tired of being dicked around, essentially. I know there's something wrong with my car. I take it to them, and they take 3 weeks to figure it out. And I was tired of they were incompetent. Okay. And so I wanted to buy a car that had good customer service. And so I researched a lot. And I just happened to go to the Porsche dealership, and the car that I got is pre-owned. It's not a brand new one.
Yeah. So I'll spend $1,500 a month on a used car. Okay, sure.
Well, customer service is excellent, and it was only $20,000 more than what I paid for the Edge.
That doesn't mean that the Edge was a good choice either, though. I've never paid $20,000 a month for customer service before.
Yeah, you're right.
It's an interesting customer service bill.
True.
Do we put 20% aside on a monthly basis when usually we save retirement for last? Well, let's just go there. Do we do that when this IRA here is sitting at $12,000? $12,000, and we put $1,500 a month towards a car? Yeah. In what world does that make sense?
I mean, it didn't.
$18,000 a year. Do you have retirement outside of this IRA?
Nope. My employer gives me, they match it.
You're where I'd want someone to be at like 26, 27.
Yeah.
How in your mind are you possibly justifying such a big customer service? Service?
I know.
So we're gonna not retire because of customer service.
I also wanted it.
You what?
I also wanted it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope so. I hope you didn't get a car. I hope you were like, I hate this. Let me get this. What? Of course. Yeah. Do you want to retire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a very unconfident yeah.
I mean, at some point, yes, I will retire.
You will? Mm-hmm. How are you getting there? Because right now, math is not mathin'.
Yeah, I understand.
And they're going to have to push the retirement age for Social Security and everything like that for full benefits.
I doubt I'll get Social Security.
Why?
I'm not very hopeful the way this government is going.
Okay, so then let's pretend.
And that's also why.
That. So now what's your plan?
Well, yeah, good point.
You know, you're on an insane mountain of debt. You've lived your life by debt. Like, debt should be tattooed across your back or something, because you are in so much debt.
Yeah.
And we have, for your age, not great retirement.
Yeah.
When did you get the Porsche?
April of 2023. Last April.
Okay. A little over a year ago.
Yep. And I will say, I did not create all this debt. I inherited some of it.
What do you mean inherited?
I took over some of my mother's.
Credit card debt?
Mm-hmm. We have the same name. And so a lot of times.
Yeah, but were you on it?
Yes.
Oh, you were on the credit.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's not inheriting. You took it on by being.
But I took it on, and I did not know that there was so much when I started making more of my own money.
Why were you on her debt? Why are you authorized users and stuff?
Yeah, she built my credit from when I was in high school. We started building my credit.
When did your mother pass?
She did not. My dad did. My mom is still alive.
So you're just helping her?
I'm helping her.
When did you start helping her?
About 10 years ago.
Okay, well, that just makes no sense. I mean, let me just call that out immediately. This first card, and a lot of these cards are basically maxed out. Yeah. So if we've been helping for 10 years, we've helped about $1 a month.
I feel like I'm drowning. I do feel like.
Where's the help? You say for 10 years, where's the 10 years gone?
Right, but what happens is I pay more than the minimum payment every month. Mm-hmm. And there for a while, I was giving them $1,000 a month, and I was paying it down. And then when my dad died, we just had a lot of extra stuff, and then the cards went back up.
When did he pass away?
10 years ago.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is right now, and this is partly why I wanted to come on, is because I know that something's got to change. And what happens right now is I pay all my bills, but then at the end of the month, I need to go to the grocery store, and then I end up using a card to go to the grocery store or something like that. And so...
But what's your rent? Do you rent?
Yes.
What's your rent?
$24.95.
Oh, do you have... Are you the only one there?
I'm the only one there. My mom comes and stays with me about a week or two every month, so she has her own room.
Why the f*** is your rent so expensive for someone that lives
Austin,
alone?
freaking Texas.
No.
Yeah.
There's rent for $900 in Austin, Texas. You're not going to live in a thrilling place. Why is your rent $2,400?
I also have a grand piano, and a grand piano does not live in a studio apartment.
Get rid of it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I do give a shit. It's not easy. And
what's not easy?
That was a gift my dad gave my mom on their wedding.
Can it be in her place?
No, she lives in a 1-bedroom house on a ranch with my brother.
Okay, get a storage unit.
No, I play it. She plays it.
Play it in the storage unit. What? So because
it's easy for you to say that, but what I'm saying is
as someone who loves piano,
sentimental value attached to this. I've already had a discussion with my mom to sell the piano. It kills my soul to sell that piano.
But you're going to sell it?
I've looked into it, but it's too old, they said.
I can respect sentimental, but you just said that after everything is paid, your groceries have to be put on debt. And I can see immediately, because of the sentimental piano, the space that it needs, you're spending minimum an extra $1,000 a month than you need for a place to live for yourself.
Correct.
Noah, what's your rent?
$13.56.
He's $13.56. He lives in Austin. Jake, what's your rent? $2,200 with his fiance. 2 of them living together plus a roommate that will be joining. It's just you. It's you and a piano.
It's me and my mom. I take care of my mom when she's here.
Yeah, when she comes, which is
when she has doctor's appointments and she stays for a month at a time. I can't do that with a roommate.
Did you know that changing jobs every 2 years is one of the best way to boost your salary, giving you more money to save for retirement? So many people totally forget about their old 401ks or don't want to deal with the rollover. I've been there. Death by paperwork and endless phone calls. But thanks to today's sponsor, Capitalize, you can roll over those pesky accounts in a breeze. Capitalize is a Caleb Hammer approved concierge platform that finds and transfers your old 401ks into an IRA of your choice. They make the whole process smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy. Rolling over your 401k is crucial to consolidate your retirement savings, take control of your investments, and get clear visibility into your fees. But let's be real, dealing with old employers and lost checks in the mail is a headache. So here's how Capitalize works. First, they help you find your old 401k. Then you open or connect an IRA of your choice. Finally, Capitalize handles the rest, and you can start in just a few minutes, saving you time and ensuring you peace of mind. There's no time to start like the present. So check out my link in the description below to roll over a 401k for free today. You'll wish I had told you this sooner, so remember to check out Capitalize to consolidate your retirement accounts. But you decided to get a Porsche.
Yeah, I did.
And you can't pay for groceries? I think that's a self-inflicted. That's you.
Yeah.
That's you making a choice because of a want that you wanted. So self-assessed, where do you think you are? 0 to 10, your finances ranked. Your overall financial situation. 0 being the absolute worst anywhere. 10 being the absolute best that could be found in the history of ever. Where are you?
Probably a 3.
It's optimistic for someone who can't buy groceries. But if you want your Hammer financial score, get it for free. Link in the description below. You can also apply to be on the show if you have a grand piano that I want to set on fire. That would make good content. Apply at calebhammer.com/apply. I don't want to trust yours on fire. Sentimental. But also, how much could you sell it for?
I was hoping 15 grand. But the guy told me that there's not a market for grand pianos right now.
There's not a...
He's got a bunch in his showroom and they're not selling. So he's like, it's like a market. So I'll call back in 6 months, but I don't want to do it.
Storage unit, dude. AC'd. Temperature controlled.
And then that's another bill. And that's another bill.
Yeah, but if you're saving $1,000 on rent, I think we can afford $100 on a storage.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to change anything, there's no point.
I've already...
So what are we doing?
Yeah.
All right, let's go through your debt. We have a Capital One Venture card maxed out. Been trying to pay it for 10 years. Maxed out. You didn't tell me how.
It was paid off. It was.
Then what happened?
Then my dad died in...
Okay, 10 years ago, though. And I'm very sorry about that, but 10 years ago. So that's, $1,200 a year.
And then trying to take care of my mom. My family lives in Germany. So we were trying to go there for Christmas every year. It's what it is. It is what it is.
Okay. When did that stop? When did we determine, okay, that doesn't make sense for us financially?
Well, we're not going this year, but they're coming.
So last year was your last. So you did this last year.
We go every year at Christmas. Yes.
Okay. So since Christmas, why is only $200 paid off then? When the minimum payment is $434. Yep. Now, sure, it accrues $287 of interest.
Yeah, so it's basically I'm giving them $500 a month, and it's really only hitting $300.
Can you answer my question though?
Why I told you
why it's only
already.
$200 since December?
Because it's been used. I mean, my dogs come at my dog pet. What is it?
You make
Insurance.
an insane amount of money, right?
I do know that. Yes. And like I said, every bit of it goes to something.
$14,779.10. That's an insane amount of money. And we owe $434. Mm-hmm. All right, everything does go to something.
Yep.
Including 5% of your money or $400. 5% of your spending or $400 went to going out to eat.
Yeah. And I think that could be better.
Yeah, I'd say it's about $400 too much. So we already established that $4,000 came in. How much went out? Spending, debt increasing. What went out?
Of what?
Everything. Your entire finances. How much went out? How much left?
Left my bank account.
Left everything.
Well, you just said 400 to eating.
400 went to going out to eat.
4,000
came in, right? Or 8,000 came in, sorry. Okay. How much went out?
Oh, all of it but 300. I have probably about 300 at the end of the month.
8,222 went out.
Yeah.
So more.
Yeah.
Would you like to know another reason why, or would you like to know the main reason why the credit card is not paid off since December?
Because I keep using it.
$323 of purchases. What is the point? The credit card balance went up on this. Went up on this by $10, even though you made a $600 payment, which is over the minimum monthly payment. But you paid over the minimum monthly payment, but it doesn't even matter because you went and purchased $323 and then $287 of interest accrued, bringing it to $14,779 on a $15,000 credit limit. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? What was it?
I know what that was.
What was it?
I was with my friends and her daughter had a birthday and they all pierced their ears and I pierced mine too.
Incorrect. Amazon. 3 Amazons.
Yeah.
$69, $118, $61.
Yeah.
And Banfield Pet Clinic, but
yeah,
that
Banfield
one's okay.
is the insurance, yes.
I wouldn't put it on a credit card.
That was supposed to be the only thing that's on there kind of helping it. I was told to
helping it.
Yeah, so you pay off your credit card and then you have something.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's not going well, obviously, or I wouldn't be talking to you.
Then obviously it shouldn't be on there.
Yeah.
So why is it still on there?
Banfield?
Yeah. Not a checking account.
Okay.
What? But okay. And I like pet insurance. Trust me. Some people are against that, but it's personally saved me thousands of dollars. So I'm not against that. But on a credit card that we can't pay off and is accruing interest and the balance is only going up and it's almost at the credit card limit.
I should move that to my.
What do we get on Amazon?
Things here and there.
Should you pull up the app? Should we take a little peeky?
Well, I share it with my mom, so
okay.
It's sometimes I took all my stuff off of the Amazon app because sometimes if they go to the next payment, like so she's paying for stuff for her, and then if she doesn't have enough in her checking account at the time because she didn't get Social Security or something, it goes to the next one, and I told her it's got to stop. Because I didn't want to get it out of my checking account. So I took my stuff off of Amazon. But it's little things here and there, like a baby shower gift or hosting something or... that's
how it works.
It is. And I have not been on Amazon in...
So all 3 of these were her?
I have not been on Amazon in the last month or 2.
You told her to stop. She didn't stop.
After those, I told her to. Okay. I took my stuff off.
So be honest with me. How much of this $15,000 is your mom versus you?
So the way our family works is like when we go on a trip, I pay for us, and so I know but it's mostly mine. I mean, I will say it's mine. It's from. I mean, I will take ownership of it.
Why are you paying for everyone's trip?
It's just for me and mom, just for us, like our airfare or whenever what's mine is hers and what's hers is mine. It's like I know, but it's.
How old is she?
76.
Okay. How's her retirement?
She sold her business. She had her own business and she sold it.
Oh, how'd that go?
I mean, she cared more about the person taking over and having an opportunity for her that she didn't sell it for as much as she could have.
Okay. Is she aware that she's going into debt for you?
She's aware that it's ironic because she knows money. She's an accountant. She's a CPA.
Yeah, I've had those on this show.
My growing up, it was like I could hear her say, "It's only money." So it's only money, and that's
a dangerous mindset.
It's not a healthy mindset. But it's not a bad mindset either. But when I grew up,
look at where it has landed us.
Exactly, and that's where we are now. Because at the end of the day, when I was a kid, if we needed it, we got it, and they were in better shape than when my older brothers were kids. And so it was just a different mindset for them when they raised us. And
trust me, I've had them on this show multiple times. Accountant does not mean knowing personal finances. I mean, I love accountants. Course Careers offers an accounting certification now. Absolutely love it. Accounting's a great thing to go into. Does not mean they know personal finances. This is sitting at. Wait a second. Now it's saying the balance subject to interest rate is $15,027. What is happening? Wait a second. What are we doing? It's a 23.24% interest.
Yep.
Okay. Visa. USAA Visa signature.
It's the lower interest rate, which is I've been trying to pay that one off, but using lower.
More purchases. Trying to pay something off does not equal more purchases. You say you know, but why is it happening then? If I know I'm doing something bad that I'm trying to stop doing to get myself out of a situation, like, I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, so why are you doing it? Why are you continuing this madness? Why?
I'm telling you.
Was this her too?
No.
Okay.
The USAA has been... Yeah.
That's not an answer.
I mean, what do you want me to say, Caleb?
I want to know why.
Why? I'm telling you.
Why are you spending on it?
There's things that I felt at the time that I needed.
What did you need?
This year, I think I put my gym membership on that one.
No. What are you doing? What are you spending on here right now that you needed? What are you getting?
What are you looking at?
USAA.
Yeah, but
Visa signature.
when? Because I haven't used them in a while.
You sent the most recent statement.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your most recent statement.
Mm-hmm. In June.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It is 3 days into July. So what did you need? You say you use it for the things you need. What did you need?
At the end of the month,
Mm-hmm.
I told you this already. At the end of the month, when I don't have anything left in my checking account, can I see?
Oh, 1 second. It's a little secret.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you see. What'd you need?
Something.
Yeah. You needed it, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Starbucks. The fuck are we doing?
Yeah. So
let's go into more debt for some Starbies? It's not even pumpkin spice season yet.
Yeah, I don't like pumpkin spice. But I will say something happened. My Apple Pay used to be on a different card. I know. And I'm telling you
So you should still buy Starbucks even if it's on a different card? Do you know how much credit card debt you have?
Yes, I do.
How much?
A lot.
That was not a good number.
I have a lot. I know I do. And I'm telling you this, I know coming in, I can change spending on food and coffee.
Why haven't you then? What's different?
What
is different now? You walk away from here. How's that different?
Something changed when, I'm here.
I get that, but I
This
can't
is a
excuse
shakeup.
that.
Yeah.
I can't excuse, because people walk in here all the time and they're going to say, I'm changing my spending. I changed it in the last week, things like that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. I have you. This is you on paper, your finances.
But you're looking at one thing from two, and it used to be more.
So that means this is okay?
It does. I'm not saying it's okay, but
then what was that trying to excuse then?
That it has cut. I've spent less.
But you're still.
I know, but I'm just saying that we have to start somewhere.
Do you want a high five?
No.
Because this is still horrendous.
I know.
Okay.
You don't have to keep saying that it is.
Yes, I do.
You don't. I know that it is.
Okay. Usually when people know things, they then would change it.
Yeah,
But you haven't. So maybe I do need to keep saying it.
Okay, keep saying it.
Okay. Trust me, I will. It's my show, girl.
Hear yourself sing. Hear yourself sing. Go
Beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm.
So a really exciting thing that you guys should be thinking about is we now have all these extra things with our YouTube membership program. You can sign up for our post show. We talk about extra drama for the episode that we didn't have a chance to dive into. Why would I want more than one stripper? I don't even want one stripper.
You don't f them. You just touch them and
What?
you move
Why
on.
would I want to do that again?
Because it's fun.
Is that?
And it's wholesome.
You're good.
need, bro.
How is Caleb as a lover?
I would give a solid 9.
Wow! How do you get to a 9?
I just don't know how to answer that because, I mean, I just do. For the upper tier memberships, all the people from the crew from over there, they come together, they make a crew cast, and they talk about the behind the scenes content and how we do everything here.
I feel like I don't want to contribute as much because I'm already so much on camera.
That is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Twice a month, Noah and I come here, we have a live stream with you guys, and we hang out with you, we answer questions, we chat it up, we talk about the show, we just have a good time.
Caleb reads that book every day.
I actually wake up and then I goon to that book in the goon stream. And then most exciting, right here at this table with even more pie charts, we have an exclusive, uncensored, ad-free financial audit episode for the top tier members that no one else gets to see anywhere else. Consider joining because ad rates are always up and down. We're trying to build something great here, and I wanted to make sure to provide the best content and the most amount of content that's ever been in a YouTube membership. Link in the description below. You're sitting at 15,400. No. Credit limit is $15,900. You're sitting at $15,442 so it's a perfect time to get some Starbies. 95 cents. And also donations. I mean, you donated to Act Blue. We have credit card debt, but we're donating, hoping they're gonna forgive your credit card debt.
Then that's fraud. I didn't do that.
You didn't vote to
No. And I will have
not
to call
vote,
them.
but donate to the. Isn't that Democratic?
No. Heck no.
Okay. Well, yeah, look into that because that's scary, and you might have to lock your credit as well.
Yeah.
Interest accrued $145.34. Purchases $86. Makes no difference because, I mean, you put $300 towards it, but we only went down $70.
Yeah.
And then there was also, I don't know what this is, but Favor Cedro.
Yeah. It's like Favor, Uber Eats, DoorDash. I know.
She knows, but she doesn't not do it. So what can I do if you know everything?
I mean, I don't know everything, but I do know when I'm doing something wrong. But you can keep telling me my error.
So every day I walk into the office. My producer over there who makes me suffer during the post show.
Good. Make him suffer.
I slap him in the face. I give him a big old morning slap. Now, I know that's wrong. I can acknowledge that wrong. What if I slap him tomorrow? Like, what are we doing? You know, that's still wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you know this is wrong, that doesn't excuse you doing it. That doesn't mean it's okay.
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying I know where I can improve.
You can slap him in the post show if you want.
Okay.
I don't slap. I punch.
Even better.
But it might not be him. It could just be you.
Why? I'm the one actually trying to do here.
You're just saying stuff.
What do you mean just saying stuff?
I mean, like you're
Calling you out for your bullshit.
You're calling it out.
I
yes.
think it's very clear that you've never been called out on your bullshit from your language. You wanted to view this?
I'm pretty sure that I've been called out my whole life.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe that's not your...
I Act Blue. This is my friend. She's running for
that's what
city
I said.
council.
Okay.
I didn't let you finish then. Yeah, that was just thank God it's not fraud.
Yes, I am glad it's not fraud. Because then you'd have to go punch the fraudster too.
Yep.
Okay.
But I have been called out my whole life. I mean, I am the youngest of 4 brothers. I have 4 brothers.
So maybe calling out is not the best strategy for you? Because look where you are. This is some of the worst debt I've ever seen in my life. You make so much money you can't even survive. So I don't think being called out works for you.
We could just duke it out.
Huh? Are we going to fight? I can't hit a woman.
That's what they all say.
Well, I mean, you would still probably kick my ass, but I couldn't hit a woman. Like... Okay, this is Torrid.
It's a credit card.
Fashion.
It's like, it's a clothing store.
Okay.
And yes, it will be paid off in 2 months.
Why or how or what?
Because I will pay it off.
Yeah, but I asked how.
With my money.
Well, you said you don't have anything left over at the end of the month to even get groceries. What money?
Right,
You
but
spent $300 more than you brought in this last month. What money?
at the beginning of the month, I pay on these bills. I just paid off a credit card this month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend that money and money I already put toward to pay that off. And then I'll pay it off again. And I have a bonus coming in July, but I also have to pay the IRS because I owe taxes. I know. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How much do we owe? How much do we owe the IRS?
$1,300.
Okay.
It's the first year I've ever had to owe. So they already withhold the majority that can be withheld from my every month, and then now I owe still. Basically, I just want to get to where I'm in a better place so that I'm not angry all the time about it.
Are you angry all the time about it?
Yes.
So I spend, you spend like thousands, right, on boxing? It's
a unlimited annual membership, yes.
How much?
$1,900. I'm grandfathered in at the that price. Now the same membership is $2,900.
Dude, just go fight a dude on 6th Street or something.
No, I'll go to jail.
True, but then if you're in jail, you can't spend on your credit cards.
Nope, they're still on auto pay.
32.24% interest rate on here.
Yeah.
Interest charge 23. We did it. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a breakthrough. We figured out how to not spend on a credit card.
I told you, I don't spend all the time.
Okay, well, all right. One. Come on. Well, allow me to have that little celebration.
Oh, good job. You're encouraging me. Thank you.
Noah said the passive aggression in this room is making his skin crawl.
I don't like passive aggressive. I just like
you
aggressive.
Don't?
Aggressive is what I like more. I don't like
You don't like passive aggressive.
No. That's why all the dripping disdain I hear is just blowing my mind.
I give myself some passive aggressive, absolutely. But you don't think you're passive aggressive? Okay.
I can be.
There it is. $5,221.95 on a Quicksilver card.
Yeah, that's the smallest one. That's one I usually like to pay off with my bonus, but I've been trying.
That you usually like to pay off with your bonus? So this is an ongoing thing.
Well,
so what are we doing? Why is it built all the way back up?
Yeah.
So, okay. Then I can't celebrate the last one, because if the last one's being paid off with your bonus, historically, that just means it's going to go all the way back up. How does that stick taste?
It won't.
How do we know it's going to not get paid all the way back up?
Well, I mean, I can tell you that I'm making a change because I'm here today, but you're not going to believe it.
What can I do with that? Would you believe it? You know how many conversations I've had here?
I know, but
like, would you honestly believe that? Well, be honest. Yeah. Why?
I believe it for myself because.
Well, yes, but if you don't know you, I don't know you.
You don't know me. No, you don't.
So would you believe it?
Nope. You're gonna think like I'm like everybody else, a dumb mofo.
I don't think people are dumb mofos.
Good.
But look what you have. You have a discipline issue. You have a behavior.
Yeah.
You have a tendency. This is your entire financial history written in stone right in front of us. Mm-hmm. You're literally coming on here, and now that you're being seen by people, you're saying you're switching everything.
I'm not switching
Officially.
everything, but I do agree I have a pattern. But I'm telling you, in the last 6 months to the year, the pattern has changed. You don't have evidence of what it was before, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. That's also something that a lot of people say. They say because it was worse, it's better now.
Fair.
I'm down to 1 shot of heroin a day versus 2. Yay, my life's great.
Fair.
So on this guy, me. Speaking of, we're back to it. Oh, we're back. $458 of purchases. Which, I mean, we put a $500 minimum monthly payment towards it. But of course, the credit card balance went up by $100 or so, $70. You know,
my goal. I mean, I don't know if this matters, but my goal is to keep Venture and USAA paying down. And I get it. It hasn't in the last few months, but the Quicksilver card is a smaller one, and any purchases that I need, I usually try to consolidate it to that card.
have you ever budgeted legitimately?
Here's this, but
What is that?
I like the overview more than the details. This I have to keep.
Sometimes the details matter.
I know the details matter, but I don't
I saw a calendar.
No, you saw a calendar. It's this.
It looks like a oh, that.
Expense tracker.
Okay, we're tracking the expenses. Well, what are you doing with that? Are you using that and adjusting?
Nope.
Okay, so then what's the point of tracking expenses?
Yeah.
All right. Just like anyone who comes on the show, go through the budgeting program. We worked with the experts. We created what I legitimately think is like the best educational program.
I will say I've never really budgeted details. This is what my mom's done for me. I have not opened this up to look at it until now.
Okay, yeah, I think we're not relying on mommy anymore to help us with our finances at 40. So go through our educational thing.
I
take
understand.
the quizzes, learn it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I also know she's not going to be alive forever, so there is an extra.
With that attitude.
She's not.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm in a mood right now.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, well, it's because of you.
Well.
You refused to sign our paperwork for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
we're on like an hour delay right now. So, okay, so we're sitting at $142 minimum monthly payment. Right. Oh, good. Went inside a store, got some.
Yeah.
Now we got groceries. Okay. I wouldn't put it on our credit card, but I'm not gonna like knock at groceries.
Yeah.
In-app purchases on Apple or an Apple subscription will do that. Instant Ink, Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing on there anyway, so it's just like, well, nothing good.
Well, and that's the only streaming service that I do.
You picked the worst one.
What's the one?
That's not true. There's like Peacock and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. But I cut cable. I only have internet.
That's good because there's really nothing there.
I mean, except for football, but.
You're right. Who are you? Or what's your team?
Well, the Chiefs before Taylor Swift, but also the Cowboys.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
19.8% on here. Okay. We have a Swiftie in the office. You guys can fight after the show. Because I think you're ready to fight everyone.
It's true.
Citibank.
I think, that's Macy's. That will be paid off by the end of the year. Hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I love the plan. Yeah, pay it off. But again,
that
where these are, what is going to prevent you from building it all the way? That's my concern.
Yeah, so I agree. Macy's was paid off completely for years. And then Christmas shopping. And I know you're cringing. My nephews and my niece, they're 28. They're older nephews. I love to spoil as well. One of my love languages is gift giving, so I get it. But also, like, you gift yourself getting out of debt. Yes, and this year, I mean, it's going to be easier because we're not going to Germany. But, yeah, the interest rate is going to go up on that by the end of the year, which is already the highest one. And so I know that, and I need to get out of it quickly.
Okay, so for the Macy's card, the Citibank, we're sitting at $4,663.34. It's your car payment rent that's killing you. You could be out of debt like so quick. You have no idea, but you decided to get a stupid car and your rent's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You might honestly have to choose between your rent or car. Because you're spoiling yourself and you have nothing in retirement for your age. How long have you been doing nursing?
This will be my 6th year, 7th year.
What were you doing before that?
My undergrad was in architecture, and I wanted to get a master's in architecture. The economy turned. I went to nursing because I could not lose my job in nursing. Okay. And so I made that decision, became an advanced practice nurse.
Well, so why do you have so little in retirement by now?
I put 300, I was doing 360 a month in, and then my company matches me. There would be a time, hopefully, that I can do more, but I went down to the lowest possible each month to match the maximum so that I could have the flexibility to pay off other things.
Are you going to be able to handle Here's the car. This thing's insane. And we don't have the value because the thing that you sent didn't work? What do you mean temporary?
Like it'll be done in another 4 years. Like that will be paid
Well, yes,
off.
all debt's temporary. All debt will get paid off if you pay the minimums. That doesn't mean it's $1,500 being stolen from you. You might have to choose between the car and the place.
Yeah.
Let's play hypothetical. Gun to your head. You're inside of an elementary school. What would you pick? The car or your rent?
I take the gun and shoot the guy.
You probably would, but if you had to pick one, like legitimately, which one would you choose?
Rent.
Okay. So you can keep the piano.
No, I would choose the rent to
get rid of.
Yeah.
So you would have to get rid of the piano.
Right.
Or put it in a storage.
Right.
AC.
Yeah.
So 6.29%, not the worst rates we see here, but certainly not good, especially with depreciation and everything. I mean, you're definitely losing value on this.
But
compared to putting the money in the
USA has a good interest. I mean, they have a good deal.
What's the good deal?
That it's a lower interest rate.
Everyone was getting rates like this or better when you got this car.
Oh, well,
that wasn't
okay
a
then.
USAA thing. So I don't. You seem to have these interesting loyalties to companies, and you're gonna just allow them to do whatever.
I know that the dealership could not beat it.
Well, no, dealerships. No, they're no.
Okay.
Loans at dealership unless they have like a 0% thing for like some deal or something. Like yeah. So it's $14.50 a month. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good deal. It's a great deal. What do you think this car is worth? Have you looked? Do you can you text Noah the VPN photo so that we can get the value on this car?
Done.
Is that it? Cool. So he'll run that. What do you think the value of the car is? What do you think it is?
I mean, I don't think it depreciates as much as other cars. I mean, I bought it for $89, and I don't know. I've never looked into.
What do you think it is, though?
Like how much it would be worth now if I
you
sold it.
Private sale.
Maybe I could get $90,000 for it.
Okay, she thinks it's worth 90. Let us find out.
Great. Prove me wrong.
Oh my! What are these? Are student loans? Yeah. Oh my! They're like 7%.
Yeah.
Oh my death! We're sitting at $93,000 in student loans.
Yep.
Oh me!
Yep.
Go!
It's the reason why I have the job that I have now. But if I don't have any other debt but student loans, I would be sitting much better, obviously.
You probably don't qualify for any like lower payment plans.
Oh, well.
What are you in? Are you working in the public sector?
So I applied to have. I work in a you can get your student loans forgiven if you work in a
lower income area.
Lower income area, but also like a marginalized population.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the program called?
I don't know.
Because I know like rural hospitals, like you can do, there's stuff like
yeah,
that.
and when I first applied to a job in like rural Illinois, not Illinois, where's Indiana? And that...
Gary.
Well, that was... It applied if I had gotten that job there because it was a mental health.
Doesn't even matter. So it's not what you're doing now.
But what I'm doing now, it is still, I mean, it's older population, mental health.
Have you confirmed this, that it qualifies under the plan?
It does not qualify because it's private practice.
So, okay, well, there we go. So what's your minimum monthly payment on these?
$330 something. It used to be $670.
Okay, so what did you do? Did you expand the payment period?
Well, no. I tried calling them and I said, I can't, like, I don't have this allotted to this. Is it because the student loans just came back into being paid like this last November or something. Yeah. And so I tried calling them. I was on the phone for an hour and a half. No one picked up. I couldn't chat with anyone online, and everything is a scam now that I didn't want to just call, like have anyone call me back. Anyway, no one called. I just said, I'm just going to stop paying it. I'm not going to pay it, and someone will call me. They did. Oh, okay. They called me, and they had they did it automatically.
Well, you were lucky because if you were doing this starting like now, they would be garnishing your wages. You had a year grace period.
Yeah. It just bothers me that they don't have the flexibility to actually provide good help for you, and then they just take your money.
You make $142,000 a year after bonuses.
Yes.
No offense, I don't think you're the one that needs the extra help.
No, I know. But also, I'm not going to worry about the student loans when I know I'm going to pay on them forever.
I mean, if you're on the traditional payment plan, it'd be 10 years. Remember, temporary, like the car.
Yes, if that was the only thing I was paying.
Right. Yeah. Instead, we decided to go into a bunch of credit card debt and stay there because we keep spending it. And even when we pay it off with our bonuses, we build it all the way back up again, which means we might do that again. So who knows? In our checking account, we have $252, $257. You Venmo out like crazy. Who are you Venmoing?
So the Venmo is I meet with a small group on once a week, and we all chip in for the meal. We share dinner, and so Venmo out weekly for that. If I go out with friends and then they pay for the bill, we all Venmo in. So we work Venmo a lot.
Gotcha. Venmo.
Yep.
Venmo. Nails. Let's see those things.
Nope.
Oh, the other ones. Yeah, let's not see those things.
Nope.
George.
That was in the beginning of June. That was when I was in Dallas with friends.
George Cafe, Pizza Hut, burgers, P. Terry's, Einstein's Bagel Bros, coffee, Benu Coffee, kebab, Venmo, the Austin Stone, Black Space, coffee, kebab, Sonic, Venmo, Target, you never really know what that is, El Chile Cafe, Porsche, what do you get, like a vending machine in Porsche or something? Einstein Bros, Rudy's Country, that is some barbecue, Venmo. So it's also probably going out to eat, which, by the way, now we can incorporate that into your going out to eat. Your going out to eat is probably more like $500 a month, $550, maybe $600. Einstein Bagels, Venmo. And you thought your car was worth $90,000, right?
I'm guessing it's not.
You owe 65 on it. You could probably sell it for 65. So you're actually not underwater, and if you are, it's not dramatic.
Yeah.
Which is good, because you probably put a chunky down.
Not a big chunk.
Okay, but you've been paying on it for a bit.
Yeah, a year.
Saving $629. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to save more out, but
I'd like you to as well.
I will say that
send Einstein Bros.
I used to give more to my church in the beginning, and then when I reduced that significantly because I wanted to save the money to pay for the IRS,
Yeah, you got to pay the IRS
So hopefully,
first.
I mean, my goal would be to be able to give more.
Yeah, you can give anywhere. Usually the best way to give, though, you'll give more over the long term if you dedicate 100% right now to getting out of debt and having a fully funded emergency fund. Once you get that, you can contribute 20%, 25% to retirement. People have a larger amount to give over a long period of time.
And that's my goal. I want to be able to steward better and be more generous.
But
yes, I know.
You're eating out every day, so you're not getting towards that goal. Yeah. And if eating out every day is better than it was 6 months ago, like, what are we doing?
No, I mean,
what are some other goals you're trying to do?
Other goals besides getting out of debt?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, buying a house is
that's a big one.
And that's kind of what's awakened. Let me look at this a little bit more carefully.
Okay, buying a house. When?
My lease ends next July, and so the idea would be
a year from now.
Yep.
Oh, a year from now?
If it's not the right time, it's not the right time, but I'd at least like to get in a better position.
Well, I mean, trust me, I would love for people to buy before the rates start going down. I don't think they're going to go down quickly unless something crazy happens. But either way, that doesn't mean it's the right time for you.
Right.
Next July. What price range are you looking?
I got a pre-approval if I were to buy tomorrow.
You got a pre-approval. Man, this economic system's wild. Okay.
I mean, if I were
you literally can't pay your bills, but okay.
No, if I were to, I'm not doing it, but if I were to buy tomorrow, he said that I would be pre-approved for $450.
Yeah.
On a house.
If you were out of debt with your income, you could do better.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
And I agree, and that's my goal.
And depending where in Austin, $400,000 is kind of a basic starter home.
Yeah.
One of my editors who's been here the longest is getting a house right around that price.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very much a starter home.
Yeah.
Because, it's his starter home.
Right.
I guess this would be yours as well, but,
Yeah. But I also would rather not have a huge commute to work and all of that. So.
Oh, well, I guess that's that. Okay, then, trying to get picky about it.
It's icing on the cake. It's not an ingredient.
So let's talk about, we'll get your budget, but so you said you would rather get rid of the apartment than the car.
Condo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how much money you have left over or don't have left over here when we go through the budget in a bit. We are basically halfway through the year, and I need to make sure you guys are saving your money in the right place. In my resources section in the description below, you can sign up for one of the best high-yield savings accounts there are, but you can also get $300 for free with qualifying deposits. You can also get FDIC insurance up to $2 million on your money and get 4.6% on the money that's just sitting there. It's exactly where I put my money. Why let your money lose money when it could be making money? It's the biggest no-brainer in the world. Open up a SoFi high yield savings account now and get that $300 for free. Your lease is up in July of next year. So you just re-signed?
I signed a 2-year lease last year. That I will say, what part of why I'm in there is
what kind of Porsche, by the way?
A 21 Macan.
Okay.
Turbo.
Why do you need a Porsche?
I don't need it.
Then it looks like you can break even on it, selling it. That's a huge debt to weigh off. Massive minimum. How much is your insurance on it?
3 something.
Okay. So, we'd save money on that probably too. Because expensive cars, more sporty cars, they're more expensive.
Because it used to be like $150 and I think it went up to $2.
I'm going to choose for you. Gun to my head.
Sure. You can do it.
Get rid of the Porsche today, dude. Mm-hmm. Seriously, just put it up somewhere. Someone's going to be like getting all hot and bothered seeing a Porsche on there. And they're going to buy it,
And then what do I drive?
You get a $10,000 car. You get a loan for that. But you're paying off a $10,000 loan at a higher interest rate probably. But you're paying that off quick because we're going to put it in your debt payoff strategy. But that's paying off $10,000 instead of $65,000. That is also going to bring your minimum monthly payment down to like $400 from $1,400. Imagine if we had an extra $1,000 a month to start throwing at this stuff. Your goal is to get a house. Your goal is to get debt free. Your goal is to have a fully funded emergency fund and give more. Mm-hmm. I want to get you to those goals. So let's get to those goals. How do we get to the goals? We have to sacrifice some of our wants right now. And right now, this car is very much a want. You do not need this. This is not necessary for a daily commute. Mm-hmm. Who gives a shit? You make a lot of money. Your income's only going to go up from here because, trust me, people aren't getting healthier. So you can get this car or a better car in a couple years. What do you care about more, getting a house or keeping the car?
I care about getting a house.
Then let's get rid of this thing, dude. I don't think it needs to be a part of our life right now. Okay. I really don't. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's fun. What's it 0 to 60? Do you know?
It's 3.4 seconds.
That's pretty okay. So, yeah. That's fun.
It has sport mode and sport plus.
Wow.
And I drove it at Coda. And
All right.
It was fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Not necessary.
Not necessary, exactly. So let's get your budget. So income, we know $8,000 comes in, and bonuses twice a year, $5,000 each, just about. Your debt minimum monthly payments. This is before you sell it. Let's figure that out first. Then we can see what we can save. Is that the Keurig coffee that we have? Mm-hmm. Only the best at Hammer Media.
With a packet of hot chocolate.
Oh, man. Living in luxury. Your debt minimum monthly payments are $2,997.15. Then your mortgage... That's crazy. Of course, half of that is the car alone. And the credit cards have insane high minimum monthly payment because your debt's crazy. What's the... I get so lost in all the documents. Your total debt is... Your total debt is because the student loan is $199.
Yeah.
And none of them are at a good interest rate for what they are. None of them. We're at $400,000. That's wild. What's your rent again?
$24.95.
Yeah. Utilities on average?
About 190 for 140 for water, and then 250 for electricity. A little bit more in the summertime, but I try to keep my AC down.
We'll say 400 then. Internet?
67.
Renter's insurance?
It is, I have this. Renter's insurance is probably about 300 every. I pay it once a year, I think. Renter's insurance.
Okay. 300 divided by 12. We'll budget in 25. Gas? Vroom, vroom, drive, drive?
About $75 every fill up, which can be once or twice a month.
Okay. So we'll say 100.
Yeah, 100.
Car payment, we already know that. Car insurance?
Car insurance is on there. It's 3. That's in with the
I don't have the car insurance.
that is $276.32.
Okay. TP fund, anything else you need to survive? $100. Groceries, $300. Your gym is 2,000 hours a year. Divide that by 12. Budget in 166 for that. What's your pet insurance again?
$65 a month, but she was attacked last September.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was awful, and she got reimbursed for the ER visit, but now I think from that attack she's having some chronic issues in her back legs. She's a lab. She's only 6 years old, and now I have her on joint supplements that are running probably $75 a month.
Okay, that sucks. I'm sorry.
It does. She's too young to have issues like that.
Medical for yourself.
My medical, so my insurance is terrible.
Well, that comes out before your money hits.
Yes, and it used to come out, and I went back to the HMO, so I'm not paying anything extra for insurance.
Okay.
But my copays are a little bit higher.
So how many copays a month at how much?
Specialty is $80. That's probably once every 3 to 6 months.
Okay, budget in 20.
And then regular ones is $45, and that's once every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
But labs are, every time I get labs done, I don't think insurance covers all of that. So it's probably like I'm getting these bills from CPL that's like $238 here, $32 there, $45 here.
We'll do 40. Okay. Anything else that needs to be in your budget that I do not have?
Terminex is once a quarter, so every 3 months it's $32.
Okay.
I think that actually went up.
Let's say $12 a month then.
It's $32 a month because it's
$32 a month.
Yeah, because it's 70 tonight. It might have just gone up, but
anything
every
else?
2 months. I pay out of pocket for vision and dental.
Yeah, but how much does that actually come out to on a monthly basis?
$15 or $30 each.
Do 15. Oh, each?
No, 15 for vision, 34 for dental.
Okay.
I also have 30. I think you'll see on the Wells Fargo, it was like $34 a month for car washes.
Nope, cancel.
Yep.
It's not a choice. That's just silly. Same with Netflix. Watch YouTube. It's free. Oh, okay. So come on, what are we doing here? $7,188.32. I mean, you have money left over. What are you talking about? At the beginning of the conversation, what are you talking about? What do you mean by the end of the month I have to put $300 on a credit card for going out for groceries? What are you talking about? That's not math. You have an extra $800. Okay, let's just say $800 Let's round down. You have an extra $800 left on a monthly basis. So what are you talking about after your bills are paid? That doesn't make sense. That's you going out to eat. That's you having fun. That's you traveling. That's you doing all bullshit.
This is with the car payment, or this is without?
Oh yeah, with it. So get rid of the car payment. We have an extra $1,800 a month once you get the $10,000.
The extra $800 a month is on purpose because $800 is what I used to give every month. So now that I'm not giving $800 a month to my church.
Oh, not anymore.
Well, I was putting that to the side to pay the IRS because I was saving up to do that, which is now
that would have taken them 2 months.
Right, exactly. So, and so, so now I have to figure out what to do with the $800 that I'll have left.
What do you mean? Have you paid off the IRS?
Well, I have the money set aside.
You do?
I want to.
What?
So what's happening is sometimes at the end of the month, if I don't have, because I hate when my bills come out at the end of the month.
Okay.
Student loans come out at the end of the month, and then the electricity bill, which is sometimes more than what's expected. And what happens usually is I'm pulling out of savings to cover the checking. And I don't like to do that because then it diminishes my savings account. But in the last 2 months, I've halted my giving. I've wanted $800 left over each month because 2 months of that.
And obviously that hasn't worked because you spent $400, $500, $600 going out to eat with the Venmos. So... And then other things as well. That was just going out to eat. The other large purchases, which accounted for a large percent of your spending. I think, what was that saying? 17%, 17.9% of your spending. Venmo. You Venmoed out $502. So never mind. You go out to eat $1,000 a month, including your little meeting as well. Pet hospital. Yeah, that happens.
Well,
hotel.
Part of the Venmo
Macy's.
too. Part of the Venmo was pay. It's not all food. Part of that was going to.
It's your phone bill.
I'm on a family plan. I'm not doing that yet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. It's one thing that
Sorry, what were you saying?
But I would like to take that. I went to Dallas for a weekend, and part of the Venmo was paying for the Airbnb. My part of the Airbnb.
Okay, so you're eating out and traveling and doing all this stuff. So
that was just one time.
And all it takes one time.
I know.
For this month, one time for that next month.
I know.
So $800. So we haven't been saving that up.
Right.
When does your bonus hit?
They're gonna pay it July 12th.
Okay, couple weeks.
Yeah.
Cool. Week and a half.
And I'm gonna send what the IRS needs right
Yes,
away.
absolutely.
And then figure out the
Okay,
rest.
so tell me, are you getting rid of the car?
I mean,
This is your decision to make. You have to tell me though, because I'm going to incorporate yes or no into the plan. Correct answer is yes, but you know.
I mean, it's a plan for that. I can take it into account.
That's.
It.
You know, it's literally a basic sacrifice. Who gives a shit?
I know.
Who gives a shit? It's a Porsche. Who cares? They're nice. Wonderful. Get it in cash in a few years. Who cares? Are we sacrificing to get the house or not? Because even when you're debt free, let's just pretend you still have the car debt and not the rest of this debt. That's still $1,500 a month that could be going towards a down payment on a house. What are you trying to do at FHA? Don't do that. What are you trying to do? What do you want? How much do you want to put down on a house?
As much as I can.
Okay, you know how to do that. Don't have a $1,500 car payment. As much as you can. Mm-hmm. So, are you getting rid of it or not?
I will look at the plan based on I'm getting rid of it. Yes.
What would make you not get rid of it?
I don't know. It seems like a lot to do.
Welcome to the word sacrifice. Like, getting to these goals are not easy. I didn't get my first house easy. I was saving so much money instead of doing all this bull. And you're making so much more money than I did. I was just stacking money aside, though, as much as I could, making as many sales as I could. Sacrifice. That's what this is.
Uh-huh.
You're right. You know what? You don't have to do it. You cannot sacrifice, and what happens when we don't sacrifice? You just won't get to your goals, or if you do, you're going to get them to decades later. And that's fine if that's how you want to live your life. But I want you to get the house because you said you wanted to get the house.
Yes.
You don't want to sell the piano. I'd say that would be an instant 15K as well. Well, you said the market's not there yet either.
Right.
And you know, with the minimum payment, bringing it down, this is accruing more and more.
Right. If I can get to where it's only the student loans, then I can really put chunks to it.
It's a long way to go. So do I write the car off or not? I don't know. Because the reason I need to know is because that means we have an extra $1,000 a month, and it means we replace the $65,000 loan with a $10,000 loan. But I don't know what to do, right? Anyone who wants to get out of this, they'd get rid of it.
Yep. Then let's do it.
Okay, there we go. Cool. So replace that. Car is now $10K, $400 minimum monthly payment. Let's say. Take it to a mechanic. Don't just get the first car. Take a bunch of used cars to the mechanic. Get their seal approval that it's going to be safe and last you for years to come. A few years at minimum. Okay, so IRS is going to be paid off when you get your thing. You're going to have an additional $3,500-ish. $3,500-ish left. What we're going to do with that is pay off the Torrid, throw the rest in a 1-month emergency fund. Actually, don't put it towards the Torrid. Throw that plus the income you get that month towards your emergency fund. You'll have close to a 1 month. Okay, so that's what you're doing this month. Next month, pay off the Torrid. And with the $1,800 we have left, $1,000 we have left at that point, throw that towards the Citibank. Pay off the Citibank in 3 months after that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just finished the 5th month. And all of a sudden, what you have left over on a monthly basis is starting to really, it's already increasing pretty largely. Now we have like $2,200 to throw at things. So you can pay off the Capital One card in 3 months. Being conservative. I'm being conservative here just to, so we just finished 8th month. Then we pay off the car, the new $10,000 car. We pay that off in about 4 months at that point. That's where our minimum monthly payments are. That's a year. It's a year from now. Which I know a year sounds like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing.
I mean, this last year happened in a blink.
Yeah. Now we have like $2,750 to throw towards things. Let's put it. And you're doing minimum monthly payments on the other cards while you're doing this, and you are.
Is it too much to assume that I could, if I traded my car in for something cheaper?
Well, okay, so trade in, you're probably just not going to get as much. So you're going to have a gap that you'll need to pay. That's the thing.
So then I need to give it to someone that's going to buy it, and then,
Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, yeah.
Oh, like.
You're doing private sale. That's how you get the best value for your money. If you trade it in, you're probably going to get it, I don't know, what? Instead of 65,000, 60, maybe 57,000 for it. So you're going to have a gap, and you're going to roll that over into your next loan. I don't want you to do that.
Well, I was thinking someone could buy it for 70,000, and then
if you get it for that. I mean, most people look at what it's worth these days. No one's gonna. On private sale, maybe you'll get a sucker, but I wouldn't rely on that. Okay, and the venture would be pay off in 5 months. Same with U.S. Signature. So we have our student loans left only.
That would be ideal.
That's a year and 10 months.
Yeah.
A year and 10 months. Conservatively, if you don't f around with your money.
Nope.
Okay. Gosh, but the student loans are bad rates. Do we get a house with those student loans? I don't think so. I wouldn't. Because those student loans are, there's what, 7-8%? Like, I think with the extra $3,500, $4,000 we have left now because your minimum payments are just horrendous. Wait a second, let me confirm that.
But won't those roll over to where I'm putting $4,000 a month?
Exactly.
The student loans?
Exactly. So instead of getting a home or a fully funded emergency fund in a year and 10 months, with the $4,000 you have left over on a monthly basis now, I'm honestly throwing that towards the student loans, and this one's going to take a while, and I have a hard time seeing you do this. That takes 2 years. But I still would do it because it is so bad. You're not getting them forgiven. Nothing.
No,
and the interest is accruing.
I've given up on them being forgiven.
I think if you do this in the smartest way, it takes 4 years from now. 4.5 years. No. 4 years and a quarter to pay off all debt and have a fully funded emergency fund. That's what I think. And then from there, I would start putting 20% away minimum for retirement, and then take from, because your needs don't have to be 50% for your income once you're debt free and you have a fully funded emergency fund. I'd take 10% from your 50% needs, so 40% towards your needs, 10% from your 30% fund, and throw those extra two combined 10% to a 20% set aside on a monthly basis for a home down payment fund. Okay. And I'd look to try to get into a home by our mid to upper 40s. I know this all sounds so far down the road. It's because it is, but it's because you put yourself in such a big hole.
It's all my fault.
Yeah. But now you get to get out of it, and only you can do that. You can go through bankruptcy.
No.
Yeah, and that wouldn't even affect half of the loans anyway, being student. So it's a rough situation. Tell me, what do you think? Are you actually going to do that? 4 years? 4 years of like not even spending money on fun to get there? Like you could do 5 years and spend a little money on fun, but I mean you're just pushing your ultimate goal down the road. So what do you think?
I mean, if my rent doesn't change where it is now, I could renew my lease for another year. Maybe do another 2-year lease, and then that. Preferably,
again, you can have your piano for the rest of the life if it's in a storage place for 2 years. While you lower your rent by $1,000, I mean.
So then you would want me to move.
You could get fully out of debt in 3 years instead of 4, maybe.
Well, okay. So if we're talking about moving,
next July,
then it's. The cost of moving is a lot. It was $10,000.
Okay, well, that's just you being a little silly goose.
Well, it's a special person
for the piano.
And then it's for me it was $2,500 up front, and then another $2,500 for. So that's already $5,000 plus.
You moved it into an apartment for $10,000. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But also, I mean, I have a lot of the stuff that my mom would leave. Like she gave the thing, and I guess if I'm getting a storage unit, then
there you go, or sell it or burn it.
I'll burn you.
The moving thing. Let's look at resources when that time comes. A year from now, because I can't say I've never investigated moving a piano.
Well,
I've only had electric ones.
And the thing is, you know, when I moved last year was unexpected, and so everything was. Okay, it was much better last year this time than it is now, because I had to use a lot to move, and then my rent almost doubled from where I was paying.
Yeah, we need to get your rent situation under control. Okay, so you're spending in a budget. That score you spent over your budget, so 0 out of 10. You can fix that tomorrow if you really want to, but 0 out of 10 right now based on what we have. Debt, you have IRS debt, 0 out of 10. Sorry. And that kind of, I mean, it would be a low score anyway with those student loans. It's crazy. Emergency fund, you set aside a little, but it's going to the IRS, 1 out of 10. Yeah. Retirement, you're behind for your age, 3 out of 10. Real estate, not there yet. 0 out of 10. It's going to be a hammer financial score, rounding up because I don't round down on those unless someone pisses me off, and you didn't piss me off. That's going to be a 1 out of 10. Make sure to stick around for the post show. Make sure to check out all the links in the description below, as they are what I use or would use in specific situations. Different resources like the best budgeting program in the history of the internet and the best investing program in the history of the internet, where I give you $100 towards your investing account thanks to Moomoo. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show. There's a reason I don't sit and complain. It's if I do that, all of a sudden everyone starts to complain.
Weren't you
the couple of days that if you knew the that I actually have to deal with, fucking stressful that you do not see to make this place actually hum, you have no idea.
I do know that.
No, you don't. You don't.
He's still complaining.
Yes, Lydia. Oh man.
To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.